Okay, what we're going to do this morning is a very quick and dirty but effective lead generation system, which is just going to get us a little bit of traction out there by putting our name out there, doing a small mailing to a specific class of or category of customer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be sending postcards, 75 cents each or so, to people in a defined area that I think are wanting to sell. Now these folks don't know that they're going to get a postcard from me. They haven't indicated to me that they want to sell. I'm just going by purely the statistics that I find online. In this particular case, I'm going after medium priced properties, somewhere between 150 and 350. And I'm choosing a particular zip code. And these folks are going to be absentee home owners, therefore they can capitalize on the equity they have in their home without actually having to spend that equity, the proceeds, on finding another home. And they've lived in the home a reasonable amount of time, and I think that's really it. And so let's just get on. And the way we do this is through Remine. So my first short video is how we set up our search on Remine. I've got it as a quick link here, but otherwise you would have to go down to products and services, and you'll have to find it somewhere around here, and there it is on the top there. Alright, so let's just click on Remine, and sometimes it does actually take a while to get through. It all depends on the time of the day, because this system is serving the whole of the United States, all of the agents, and here we go. Now ignore everything else that I've got on the computer here. Just concentrate on what we're trying to do here. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is go to properties, and then I want to choose an area. Now I can choose an area with a circle, with a zip code, with a neighborhood, or whatever I like, a school district. What I'm going to do is let's just do a neighborhood where my office is, 34209. There we go. So we just click on that and up it comes. So we're concentrating in this area. Now there's lots of different ways that you can actually do this. First thing that comes up, of course, is I see that there's some homes here of active listings over here. So I don't want that to be shown. So I go to off market and I click off market, and that gets rid of all those. I also want to put in a particular property value, and I remember I said somewhere between 150,000 and 350,000. Excuse me. Want to make sure that I'm getting only residential property, so I'm just going to go down to building type, click single family, condo and townhomes. Not interested in multifamily or anything like that. Now we're down to 4,161. That's still quite a lot of homes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to absentee homeowner. So we're going to go absentee homeowner, out of state and in state. I don't care. These are folks that aren't homesteading, and therefore they're probably not living in the home, and therefore it's probably a second home or a rental home or an investment property. And now we are down to 1,300. Now let's stop here. You know, I said a postcard costs 75-80 cents. So if I'm wanting to send out postcards, and I'm not just going to do this one time, I'm going to do it 3 times. So depending on how much money you want to spend on postcards. People say, oh no, don't do postcards, such a waste of money. Trust me, it works. That's why you still get junk mail in your mailbox, is because the people who send you the junk mail know it works. That's why they keep on sending it to you. So a bit of junk mail at the moment does no harm whatsoever, especially to absentee homeowners. Now this is going to cost us about $1,000 to send out all these postcards. That's way too much. So what we can do, we can change the criteria a little bit and narrow it down. I'm prepared to spend $100, which is about 100 cards, 100 to 120. So what I'm going to do is also check in the ownership time. Beg your pardon, the home equity. In fact, no, I'm going to ignore that because that really doesn't matter, because we know that the ownership time here is going to be, maybe let's make it +5+ years. That may actually decrease it quite a bit. Let's have a look. Now we're down to 802. Now what I'm going to do is actually put in my mortgage age, because they may have just refinanced because of the high prices and they don't want to get rid of it. So I want to make sure that the mortgage is at least 3 years old, because the prices were normal 3 years ago, and I'm just going to put that in. Now we're down to 149. So I think this is a respectable number that I can send out postcards to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this list. Excuse me. So I'm going to select all. I'm going to give it a name, add it to my cart. So I'm going to add it to my cart. And what I'm going to do is, like I do with all my lists, I'm going to put in here absentee homeowners, no spaces, and I'm going to say 150 to 350. And we had 5 years, wasn't that correct? And we have a 3-year mort. I'm just going to put that in. At least I know what that's all about. Create. Excuse me, got the morning coughs here. Alright, now that I've got that, just waiting for that to load up, I'm also going to save the search. And I'm going to save this search once again. I'm just going to go absentee. Oops. There we go. Absentee. Oh, I forgot to put in the zip code, didn't I? 09. Whoops. 09. And what do we say? 3-year mortgage. That'll do. We know what that's all about. Save. Now I can go back to that search at any time I want to. Alright, so that is how we create the search. So that's the end of this video, and then now where we go from now on is will be the next video. Thanks very much.